Hello and welcome to the Overly Animated Podcast, where we take animation seriously. We provide fan-oriented and analytic discussions on a variety of animated shows, movies, and anime, currently featuring Steven Universe, Miraculous Ladybug, The New Powerpuff Girls, and Star vs. the Forces of Evil. I'm Dylan Hysen, and today I'm joined by Delaney Stovall.
Hello.
And Justin Cummings.
Hey, everybody.
Today, Delaney, Justin, and I will be having our weekly Miraculous Ladybug Roundtable discussing a specific topic from Miraculous Ladybug. This week, we will be ranking our 10 favorite Miraculous Ladybug characters. Woohoo, you think we would have done this already. It's a pretty simplistic topic. However, as we'll get to on our list, it gets thin real fast, so it's going to be fun.
After my top three, it doesn't matter.
After three, there's not much there, so.
My top three will shock and awe everybody. Actually, it really won't, knowing me. If you know me, you're fine.
So that we'll get into that. It's going to be fun ranking our top 10 favorite characters. These are all just our opinions. This is not an objective ranking of the characters. That would be impossible.
So we will still insult each other's opinions.
Oh, for sure. That's coming. But anyway, we do Miraculous Ladybug topic discussions every week, even though the show's not airing right now here on the Overly Animated Podcast, one of our evergreen coverage shows. You can just check us out at overlyanimated.com or search for the Overly Animated Podcast on iTunes or your favorite podcatcher. We're still looking for topics for future weeks. If you have suggestions, leave them in the YouTube comments or comments on this video or this post on overlyanimated.com.
I have a suggestion.
Yes, well, we'll talk about that at the end, I guess.
Send it to.
Yeah, you have to leave it in the comments.
Email Dylan.
Yeah, you have to email us. Yeah, there's no.
I will send him a postcard.
I mean, there's four comments on our Steven Universe video from that we're recording this the day of. No,
I'm gonna have so much fun.
Three of them are from that happened already, Delaney. Why are you talking about things that happened already? Anyway, let's get into our top 10 favorite characters. I had one rule for this list. That rule was Ladybug and Marinette are the same person, and Cat and Adrian are the same person. So you cannot rank. And also, implied rule is that the person and the akumatized version, if they're side characters, also the same person. So I hope you guys did not rank Aurora and Stormy Weather separately. No. Yeah. So
who would Aurora's not a person. Stormy Weather is a villain. Like, why would that be on anybody's list?
You say about someone who might be on my list. So jeez. Jeez. Okay. So
I'm going to die tonight.
These are our favorite characters. It's going to be fun. Anyway, so we're going to go through 10 to 1. Quick, there's a lot to get to, and I want to keep this kind of short. So quickly, let's go through. We're going to start with honorable mentions. Delaney, did you have any honorable mentions? Characters that just missed your top 10?
No, because this list was really hard to make. Because after 3, I didn't care. Basically, all the other characters are honorable mentions because I'm I don't know. Yeah. There's 15 characters, and I don't care about any of them except 3 of them.
Considering how many characters on the show, there's really only 3 or 4 characters that matter. So it's a little bit hard to fill out this list. Justin, do you have any honorable mentions?
I guess Ivan and what's her name? Maylin.
Yeah.
You forgot your favorite ship? You forgot?
I usually forget. Jeez. Yeah.
I just remember Adorable Girl because she is.
Okay. I thought that was your number 2. I'm legit.
No. Ivan and Maylin did not make Justin's list. Okay, any other ones?
Neither. Tiki is an honorable mention.
Not even close to my list. Would not have cracked my top 50. So let's just put that out there.
I can't wait.
Would not have cracked
my top. Wink.
Okay, so Tiki did not make Justin's. If Tiki's on Delaney's list, it is disingenuous and is just there as a troll. I am putting it out there just now. Okay.
Tiki, what are you talking about?
I have 3 honorable mentions. First of all, Ivan and Mylene did not make my list. They can be honorable mentions. My 3 honorable mentions are Marinette's dad.
He's sweet.
Marinette's mom.
Almost.
By the way, I was considering these 3 characters for spot 10. There was almost no one to put at spot 10. So I was considering putting Marinette's dad, Marinette's mom, and Aurora Boreal as my 10th. But all 3 are honorable mentions did not make my 10 spot. There's almost no one to put in that 10 spot for me. So
there's no one after 5.
You're going to murder me for this list.
We'll see. It'll be fun.
No. I made this list and I was I want Dylan to be as mad as possible at me.
Okay, Delaney, who's your number 10?
Fang.
I'm fine with Fang as your number.
Wait. The crocodile.
Yes. Yeah. I don't know if that counts as a character.
Yes, he does.
I guess
you just said character. You never said
I didn't put that in the rules. Yeah. So Delaney,
he's got a page on the wiki.
Why is Fang your number 10, Delaney?
Turns into a purple dragon. Why not? Also, it was between him or Jagged Stone, and I was I like the crocodile better, so I went with the crocodile.
Just okay. Delaney's list is going to be very well
honestly,
thought out.
This list it's so hard to make.
It was really hard. Yeah.
So hard.
Yeah. That's not to say there aren't good characters on the show. There's just everyone's very minor, and it's hard.
Well, that's the thing. It's like we have honestly 3 main characters, and then maybe Nino, and then it's like everybody's just they get akumatized.
Yeah, I mean, I guess Hawkmoth. I'm interested to see if Hawkmoth makes anyone's list, so that'll be interesting. Justin, who's your number 10?
Chloe. She only made my list because I like you.
Very low.
She almost didn't even make
that. Thank you,
that's
Justin.
Low for me.
Thank you, Justin. That's too low, though. I'm sorry.
For all the fans though out there listening who know my thoughts on Chloe, this was hard for me to do, but honestly, she keeps the show afloat. She keeps Hawkmoth in the villain business.
You have to have Chloe on your top 10 list. There's no one else. You have to put her in.
I could have put Tiki.
Oh well. Thank you for not doing that, unlike someone. Okay.
I'm so happy.
My number 10, who barely made that list over Marinette's dad, Marinette's mom, and Aurora Boreal, is Manon, the 8-year-old girl. She makes the number 10 spot.
Low?
That's low, Delaney?
My list is so good. My list is so
good.
I would never put her on my list.
Yeah, I thought she wouldn't be on any of your lists. That's low? Come on.
I put Manon on my favorite villain list. What are you talking about?
Okay, I disagree.
She was number 2 on my list.
Yeah, I definitely disagreed that in the favorite villain spot, but as a character, I think she's fine. I like Manon. She's cute.
I said this is low. I disagree with your ranking.
Her and Marinette are the adorbs, and Manon's great. So she makes my 10. There's 10 spot
Delaney,
for me.
I feel our lists are going to be the same, but you're trying to just mess with Dylan, and I'm being sincere.
Yeah, it's.
If we did a top 5 list, I would have been like, this would have been a legit list. But it's 10, and I was like, I can't do this.
Well, we'll get serious when we get to 5. Delaney, who's your 9?
Natalie. I really like Adrian's the secretary.
I didn't remember she existed.
I'll take that.
I talk about her in different podcasts, but I never get the chance. I like her. She's just in the background being
Natalie.
So I just the cold assistant.
Yeah. I like her.
I did not consider her for my list because I forgot she existed. So maybe she would have been.
There are some gems on my list.
And what is my most infamous line ever? I ship it.
You ship who?
Oh, Natalie and Gorilla, the big beefy security guard.
Come on, you can do. I think the correct ship is is Natalie.
Adrian and Natalie.
No, Natalie. What?
No,
come on.
Oh.
I've seen The Graduate.
Natalie, stop. Natalie and Adrian's mom is the correct ship. I would say.
That is indeed the correct ship.
Okay. It's a very canon ship, as you know. Okay.
Oh my god, what if Natalie's the villain? Hawkmoth.
Oh.
That'd be good, actually. I
forgot
she existed. Justin, who's your number 9?
Flog.
If there's...
I just heard Dylan aneurysm. I heard it pop.
Flog would be... If there is a top 100 list, Flog would not have made... Why?
Flog's nowhere on my list because I
love this little ball of stupid. I love idiots, and he's an idiot. And he's obnoxious, and he's lovable, and he's mostly harmless, like Earth, and he's great, and I just like Plog a lot, and I want a plush Plog, and I just want to hold him because I love him, and we can eat cheese together, and he'll go to my classes and make fun of my professor, and I'll say, shh, Plog, and he'll say, Camembert.
So this is just turned into Justin's cat self-insert fanfic.
And I'll have cat ears and a tail, and there'll be a pretty girl with blue hair in my class.
Okay.
Okay. Well, now we know how Justin watches the show. Okay.
Yeah, now we know.
It's Justin. You had 50 characters in the show to choose from, and you went from Plog in your top 10.
Yes.
Okay.
And the fun part is, I had Alex in my top 10. I swapped her with Plog.
Dylan just had another aneurysm.
Oh my god, Alex is not on my list for the record.
Alex isn't on my list
because
either.
I forget she exists, so I feel like she can't make it.
I considered putting her on my list, but then I was like, it's just this list. It was just difficult.
Delaney, who's your number 8?
Wait, who's your number 9?
Oh, my number 9 is Rose.
Okay, nice.
Okay.
It's number 9. 1 through 9 are pretty solid for me. Rose.
1 through 9, and then it's just 10.
And then Manon, and then it could have been Adrian's dad or Marinette's. Or not Adrian's dad. He would not have made the list. But Rose is adorable, and she's gay with Juoka. So there's my reasoning.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Who's
Delaney,
your number 8?
Who's your number 8, Delaney?
It's Tiki.
So we're moving on. Justin, who's your number?
No, Tiki's.
My number 8 is Tiki.
Your number is Justin, is your number 8 actually Tiki?
No,
Okay.
Delaney, continue.
Delaney, continue.
I just okay, I do have a plush Tiki, but it was just literally I paid $7 to send Dylan an annoying Snapchat, but
yeah, you did.
It was so worth it. But I honestly, out of all the characters, and it's like, okay, yeah, we're like Tiki's evil, but I mean, Tiki's like one of the very few characters that we kind of like see a lot and know things about. She kind of had to be on my list. Also, I guess I like Tiki. I don't know. I'm also like high key terrified of her, so I don't know. She's there. She's not higher.
Delaney enjoys characters who terrify her. Okay, I see.
That's true. That's established. We already know that.
Yeah, I guess so. I won't comment on that. Justin, who's your number 8?
Nathaniel.
Okay, so I'm glad that we have Nathaniel representation, because otherwise people would get mad. So talk about Nathaniel for like a minute, because we never talk about Nathaniel.
Okay, so honestly, I know we all talk about how, Marinette and Adrian have to be together. It's so perfect. That's what must happen. Nathaniel likes Marinette, and he seems like a sweet guy. I mean, I have nothing against that ship, and I think, honestly, if the show went that route, it would be very different. I think Nathaniel's a nice dude. He's an artist. I love artists. They're great. I think they'd make a cute couple. I think Nathaniel needs more screen time. Even in show, he's forgotten. We forget him. Oh, and he's great, and you should like Nathaniel, and I do, and just hashtag Nathaniel Defense Squad.
The hashtag Nathaniel Defense Squad. Okay. He's certainly a character we don't talk enough about, so I'm glad he has representation on the list. My number 8 is Jagged Stone.
Okay.
Really?
Too low
I'm
for
not
Justin.
shocked.
But I mean, I think there's a clear 9 fave characters. I mean, I do like Jagged Stone. I mean, I like that he looks like Russell Brand. I mean, he's like actually kind of a good guy. Like, and he's entertaining. So like, he stands out clearly as one of the. Once you get past 4, past 5, it's thin, and Jagged Stone is one of the ones that stands out to me. So he was a clear inclusion on my list. I assume he'll be on Justin's list much higher. So we'll get to that then. Delaney, who's your number 7?
Sabrina.
My number 7 is also Sabrina. Let's talk about Sabrina. So,
wow, how did we both? This is another one of those weird instances where Dylan and I like have telepathy, and it's scary.
I mean, it's bound to happen in one of them, but yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure our top 1 and 2 are the same. So.
Well, yeah, obviously, but.
Yeah. Sabrina, like, it's one, she's one of the characters we know about. She's kind of funny, and then like her and Marinette, like in that episode, is just like amazing. Like, it's just Sabrina's great. Also, I feel for Sabrina a lot. For Sabrina.
Yeah, I look, at times Sabrina's not super likable, but at other times Sabrina's like great. Like she's
sympathetic. Like, they do that. Like, it's like, oh, she does like really mean things, but then it's also like Chloe's mean to her. So
yeah, I find Sabrina sympathetic. I think she's adorable, and I think that she's like, she gets on the list just, even if she did nothing else in the series, and she did some stuff just for her cosplay with Chloe.
Yes.
That instantly puts her on the list. So,
they're so cute. They play together. Like, it makes me so happy. Like,
yeah, they're the cutest. Yeah, Sabrina's great. I really like Sabrina, so I'm glad that she's on the list. Justin, who's your number 7?
My number 7 is Lila.
Ooh, pretty low. Pretty low. Okay,
by my standard, yeah.
Talk about Lila. We'll talk about Lila again later.
Well, we've only seen one episode, and I'm not going to get into my Lila Roswell conspiracy, blah, blah, blah.
Every time.
That I do every time. I'm not going to get into it. But I like Lila as a character. I thought she had a lot of potential. I think she's going to get a lot of development in season 2. I think we're more likely to get a Lila redemption arc than a Chloe redemption arc. I think in one episode they did a lot to set up potential, and I'm very, very excited to see what we get from her and Volpina, because we had that very interesting line of "I'm not done with Volpina yet" or whatever Hawkmoth said. So, Lila, a lot of potential, not enough to make her top 5 yet.
Well, she made mine, so just take it. We'll see. Delaney,
fam.
Yeah, I do. I do me, fam. So, Delaney, who's your number 6?
Manon.
Okay. How could Manon possibly number 6? Tell me about it.
Because she's great. I just like her. She's adorable, and I love her. And we see her like twice. That's like a step up in the show. Like, we saw a minor character more.
She might be.
Once.
I think she might be there 3 times. Actually.
Yeah, she might be 3 times. I just really liked her. She's cute. Like, it was great.
Yeah, Manon is pretty great. Justin, who's your number 6?
Manon.
Oh my god. How is Manon on all of our lists?
I'm serious.
High five, Justin.
Okay, why do you like Manon, Justin?
Because she's just, I don't know.
She's adorable.
She's adorable and she's kind of bratty, but she's funny and she's okay. You go and you look at that photo shoot of Adrian and Manon and tell me you don't want to just go like buy whatever it is they're selling because they're the most adorable people in the world. It makes me want to just go and buy like 100 puppies or whatever it is and just love the world because that's just adorable, Dylan. Adorable.
He's right.
You don't need to convince me. She made all of our lists, so I would not have called that. I thought that I was being controversial with Manon making the 10 spot. But
can we talk about how Delaney made a troll list and I managed to have like same number as Dylan and then same number as Justin? Like,
yeah, nice troll list, Delaney. Not trolling hard enough, obviously.
I'm clearly out of practice.
Yeah. I think that you guys missed a character because I doubt that she made your top 5, but it's possible. My number 6 is Julica.
She's not on my list.
She's nowhere to be found.
I considered Julica and Rose, but I just didn't do it. I was just like,
I feel like that's a big oversight. Julica is wonderful. She's the minor character that stands out the most to me out of this entire cast. We talked about her constantly on our episode discussions. Like, she's a really distinctive character model. She's a sweetheart, and she's super gay with Rose. And
this is true.
She's great. I love Julica. She's like my favorite minor character in the number 6 spot, other than Lila. So, we'll get into them. But
we can peel a gay star off of my gay card since I didn't put them on my list.
Yeah, you still have like.
Well, you were like 2 stars away from like the next bonus.
from the gold gay card. Like, darn.
Yeah, I mean, come on, Delaney, we're gonna have to. But yeah, we have the Julica representation. Don't worry. Number 6 on my list, and she was an auto include for me on my top.
That's fair.
So I don't know. Delaney, who's your number 5?
Okay, I combined them. It's just Marinette's parents because I love them.
Yeah, but that's not allowed. That wasn't in the rules.
You didn't know. You didn't specify that we couldn't do that. That wasn't specifically a rule. I didn't ask.
Against the rules.
See, I didn't ask, and you didn't tell me I was wrong.
Because I would have told you no.
Yeah, exactly. So. This has precedence. Like, every time they're in an episode, I'm like, oh my god, I love Marinette's parents. They're the cutest, they're adorable, they're so sweet, and they're just good people, and I love them. And they're honestly like a highlight of the show for me. Just every time they do something, I'm like, I just love you. Like, they're just great.
I do love them. I will admit. They're not on my list, but I love them.
Yeah. I mean, it's a little high for them, I would say, in the 5 spot. But I think that's a good inclusion. So Delaney somehow did not speak up when I said that they were my honorable mentions. She kept her composure.
She wanted to surprise you
for the maximum troll. So good job on that, Delaney.
You're welcome.
Justin, who's your number 5?
My number 5 is Alia.
Okay. Low.
Very low. Very low.
So mad.
Very low. Why only number 5?
I mean, it's not like I came into those lists like, oh, there can only be number 5.
Yeah,
I was like, who's my number 1? Oh, definitely that person. Who's my number 2? Oh, yeah, definitely her. 3, yeah. And then by the time I remembered Alia was a character, I was at 5. So
okay, I mean, we'll see who's on.
Probably flip my 5 and 4.
May or may not be low depending on who's on the rest of your list. So we'll judge later.
And let's keep in mind, this is personal favorite character. Like, this is like who I want to see more screen time of, honestly.
Okay. Yeah. So I think at this point my top 5 is pretty obvious. Number 5 is Lila. I love Lila. We talked about her a lot.
Not as much as I love her.
I mean, I ranked her higher, so I think I love her more.
I mean, numerically, Dylan's got you.
Well, I was making a conservative estimate based on the number of episodes she's been in. Do you want to go back to last week's roundtable? Do you want to go to the one before
There's no oh my god, okay, I shouldn't have said anything. Let's move on.
Lila's perfect, and she's wonderful, and she's a great mean girl, and she's only eclipsed by the other mean girl on the show. So
fair.
Oh, she's number 1, isn't she?
She's. Do you think I put Chloe number 1? No.
Yeah.
No. I know who Dylan's 1 and 2 are because they're my 1 and 2.
Yeah,
like I know
the same 1 and 2. Yeah, Lila's wonderful, and I mean, we talked about her in previous podcasts. Her character model's incredible. She's a lot of potential. Lila #Lila Redemption #Lila's Volpina, and that's great. Okay, Delaney, who's your number 4?
This is going to be shocking. Dylan's going to think this is really low. Well, not really low. It's probably just 1 down from him. And it's going to be controversial when we get to my 3 because people are going to be like, oh, Delaney, you put that in 3? My number 4 is Chloe.
Okay.
Higher than my Chloe.
Okay.
Because, well, duh. Obviously, Justin.
Okay, that's interesting. I'm surprised you put Chloe at 4. It seems high for you.
I mean, I had to put her on the list. I mean, she's just, as much as I like to complain about Chloe, like, she's hilarious to watch. And again, like Justin said, like, we wouldn't have a show if Chloe wasn't around making everyone angry. And she does, like, it's not even like, yeah, she does rude things, but it's so pathetic, it's hilarious. It's like watching mini snippets of like Mean Girls, like, all the time. It's great.
Yeah. Chloe's great, obviously. Yep, good job. Good job putting her in the top 5. I'm proud. Bad troll, because I was happy about it, so not trolling hard enough.
Well, I told you the top 5 was like serious.
Okay,
the rest of the list was a troll.
Okay. Justin, who's your 4?
My number 4 is Adrian Agreste / Cat Noir.
So that's a big surprise, because I thought Adrian was for sure your number 1.
No, actually, like, Adrian's only my number 4.
What?
Okay. Yeah. Why Adrian only 4?
I like Adrian. I think there's a lot to his character. I have become very biased now because I have been knees deep in this dating sim, and I'm trying to make sure I keep canon information separate from fanon. But I really like Adrian. I think he's a good dude. I love cat puns, but as far as who I want to see more of and who I think are more compelling characters, I have to only put him 4.
Okay, who even is your top 3?
That's surprising. We'll talk more about Adrian soon. Yeah, I'm kind of shocked at that. That's low, Justin. You're the Adrian hater on the podcast, apparently.
Yeah, you are.
I'm not. I am the Cat Noir fangirl of the podcast.
No, according to your list, you're not.
According to your rankings, you're not. Yeah.
Tumblr, I would like to make another request. Draw me as Cat Noir, please. You already made me sushi. Make me Cat Noir next. Thank you.
No, I would like to respond on behalf of Tumblr. No.
No.
Okay.
Yes. Delaney, as the actual voice of Tumblr on this podcast, will also say no.
No. Okay.
Give me the actual voice of Tumblr. I tumble.
No, according to no.
Yeah, I believe that Delaney and I have the exact identical top 4 because my number 4 is also Chloe. 4 and 3 could swap. That's reasonable. But I genuinely really love all my top 5, and Chloe's great. I love Chloe. She's like, I know that there's people who are like Chloe's entertaining. No, I genuinely love Chloe. Like she's great, and I think she's a great character. Like sometimes, it depends on the episode. I think that she's sympathetic to me, with my love of this trope. And hashtag Chloe redemption coming soon. Hashtag Chloe's the bee. So there's my Chloe thoughts. Delaney, who's your number 3?
Adrian.
Okay, but Adrian's also my number 3. So let's talk about this.
And why Marinette's too. Oh, here's one.
And why Justin? Interesting ordering on that.
So it's Justin, very interesting. Have you listened to the podcast?
Yeah, and why Justin's wrong? Why? So since when are we the Adrian fan?
Yeah, I know. I mean, if we had separated Adrian and Cat Noir would not have been on the list, or he would have been 10 purposefully for me to be like, oh my god, Cat Noir. But Adrian's again, main character of the show, gotta deal with this stuff. And Adrian's great. Cat Noir gets on my nerves, but we can't argue that he's fun, and it's Adrian. He's a sweetheart.
Yeah. I genuinely really like Adrian. I think he's really sympathetic. He's an absolute sweetheart.
I would hang out with Adrian.
He's nice. I mean, he would be not allowed to hang out with you because he's trapped in his house, but I'm sorry.
That's very high praise.
Stop, leave, go away.
I mean, you can't even make that pun because you ranked him lower than us.
You ranked him lower. Justin, what happened?
Adrian,
dropped the ball, dude.
Dropped the ball. Adrian, number 3, only, and that's I think that's higher than people would expect, but I think it's a clear number 3.
I think people just gasped, did Dylan and Delaney do this? What?
Yeah, I mean, Adrian's great. He's very sympathetic.
We
and
trash about Cat Noir all the time.
And Cat Noir, a fourth of the time, is also great. So
yes, a fourth of the time.
Yeah,
that's a high estimate, but yes.
I think we'll be seeing better Cat Noir next season, so we'll see.
I want to like him.
I mean, he's Adrian, so we like
Adrian.
Adrian. Okay, Justin, who could possibly be your number 3?
My number 3 is Jagged Stone.
Well, yeah, we knew Jagged Stone was coming, so So we know Jagged Stone is coming. We knew Marinette's coming, so I'm interested to see the last one. But I guess it's Nino, but I'm not. No, I don't know. We'll see. So who's Jagged?
Dude, Bubbler.
So Jagged Stone. I also had Jagged Stone on the list. What do you think of Jagged Stone?
I love punk rock. I love hair metal. I love all of those tropes. I love This Is Spinal Tap. I love Rolling Stones. Jagged Stone is what I love, just given to me on a silver platter. Hi, Justin. Here's your tropes. And I'm thank you, Hawk Daddy. I'll eat them all now. Thank you, sir. And so that's Jagged Stone in a nutshell. Every time he comes on screen, I'm happy. He's not an in-depth character, but he's fun, and he makes me smile, and I would love to see him more.
I agree. Jagged Stone's great. I don't think he's top 5 material, but
Well, this is personal favorites, Dylan.
Mm-hmm, I'm not gonna criticize beyond that.
Appreciate that.
Delaney, number 2.
Alya.
Yeah, Alya also my number 2. So why so low on Alya, Delaney? Jeez, number 2.
I know,
thought you were the number 1 Alya fan.
Honestly, it was so hard, but then I'm like, but Marinette, it's so hard. Oh, spoilers, but like we all know, everyone knows at this point.
Yeah,
Alya's just. I mean, ideally, I ship them and they're just together. There's a combined number 1. But Alya's amazing. Like, she's just the best. Like, Alya is the coolest. She's tech savvy. She runs a blog about her best friend, doesn't know it, and then she's just great. Like, great best friend.
And Alya's she just constantly hugs Marinette and is a great best friend.
You're great. Like, Alya is so supportive, and she's just a total sweetheart, and I love her.
Yeah, Alya's great, and she's wonderful, and she's clear.
Highlight of the show. Like, Alya is just brings so much to the show.
Yeah, I think Alya would be the highlight of the show if not for number 1. So,
exactly.
Yeah. Also, Adrian is sometimes a highlight, but it depends on the day. But yeah, Alya's great. 2 is a little low, but that's where she stands because there's only one true queen of Miraculous Ladybug, so there can be only one. Justin, who's your number 2?
My number 2 is Marinette / Ladybug.
Okay.
Who you have? So
I guess this one is a troll. I mean,
Justin actually had a troll list. Like, I had half a troll list.
Why Marinette only number 2?
I really do like Marinette. I think Marinette is a very interesting character. I do a lot of research on female superheroes and tropes of that nature and the changing and evolving nature that we're seeing in the genre. And so I love using her as a case study because blend of so many genres. We get that traditional superhero element. We get this kind of children's show element. There's so many different angles coming together that I love the character. And I think it's a great character. And I want to see more. However, I feel that there's only so much potential with Marinette that can be explored. I feel like we know who Marinette is enough that I'm not compelled to want to see but so much of her. I like seeing her. She's a great main character, but I feel I'm comfortable with the amount of knowledge I know about Marinette. You know what I mean?
No.
I feel like you're setting yourself up for a joke about number 1, but we're not there yet, so we'll see. No, I don't know what you mean because Delaney, let's talk about Marinette. So Marinette, your number 1, Marinette, my number 1. So why number 1, Marinette?
Honestly, kind of an encounter to Justin. Like, Marinette is just she's just great. Like, to go through this, trope, but we're going places with Marinette, and she's clumsy, insecure, but then she really becomes, like this brilliant superhero. And it's just, Marinette's just, how can you not love her? She's adorable. She's sweet. She's so talented. And she's just the best. She's so kind. Like, Marinette is just great. I just don't understand. Like, I'm so excited to see Marinette grow as a superhero and as a person. And I love her. Like, I want to adopt her. Like, Marinette is my child. Like, I just she's so great. Like, I'm so proud of her always. She's just so good. Just pure sweetheart.
So you're a proud parent. That's what
I am a proud parent of Marinette. So much a proud parent.
Yeah. I guess I'll take an opposite. No, not an opposite. I'll take a different route on. So Marinette, the main reason that Marinette's like the clear number 1. She's the clear main appeal of the show to me.
Yeah.
I think if we're ranking Dylan's top 5 characters among all of television in terms of favorites, like she would be on that list clearly. She'd be in contention for number 1. Like, that's the thing for me. Marinette is one of the most appealing and sympathetic characters that I've experienced in all of media. That's the entire point of the show. That's the thing. Marinette and Adrian are are just supposed to be super sympathetic, and that's their.
And she's the epitome of that. She is the epitome
she's the epitome of it, and they're like more successful with Marinette. Except for most people don't agree, but their character models were, let's draw like the most attractive like teenagers we can, and then let's give them like the most tropey sympathetic appearances we can, and then people will love them, and like that's how it worked. And I just Marinette's design is also incredible because she's also not like stereotypical like how you might design this character. I love that she's like half Chinese, and I love that her hair is blue. It's just they took a really interesting approach with her, and like her she's like have long hair, and like it's also perfect. And I just always want to witness Marinette and be in Queen Marinette's presence because she's the best. And when she's Ladybug, she's like even better. And just everything she does is purely sympathetic. And I'm not, if this was not a favorites list, I would have to defend why she's a good character. And that's a separate discussion. I also think she's a very good character.
We should just have a Marinette discussion, Dylan. I will just scream about Marinette.
Yeah, we could.
For an hour.
But we could. But for now, I'll just say that she's like purely the main appeal of the show. And like whenever Marinette's not on the screen, I like wonder why Marinette is not on the screen. Like that is in either
where did
form.
My child go?
Yeah,
come back.
Where did she go? Like come back. Yeah, come back. If Marinette were on the screen 100% of the time, I think that would be a good thing. Like, and there's not many shows that I think that that's true of. Yes, like you could argue like the clumsy shtick and like they're going too much moe and stuff like that. It's annoying when she obsesses with Adrian too much. Doesn't matter. She's great. She's wonderful.
True.
There's things that they can improve on in terms of her characterization, but and also she's like makes like clothes and is like all these interesting attributes of her, and is like also like the most competent, incredible like superhero at the same time, and has like great empathy, and she's just like a very
like just as Ladybug alone, she's the best. And then like on top of her being adorable Marinette, like she's just perfect.
Yeah, I will refer you to Adrian or Marinette's speech and then Adrian's wow in the Origins episode as to proof why she's number one. We will refer you to Adrian. Okay, there you go. There's me and Delaney's number one. So Justin has a number one.
I do. See, what you should have done was say, Justin, do your number one, so then you two could finish with Marinette and we'd all go home happy.
Well, let's end with the troll number one. Who you
it's
got?
Not a troll. It's not a troll.
Who you got for me, troll?
All right, you have to take me seriously and let me defend my number one.
Okay, I want to talk for 1 minute. Okay.
No. Not, let me just go. Okay.
Okay.
All right, my number one pick was Hawkmoth.
What?
Okay.
At least
it's not like
Plog.
Tiki. Yeah, like he already said plog, but okay, talk about Hawkmoth. Yeah.
All right, so let me defend Hawkmoth. The thing is, Marinette is an objectively better character. You're right. She is probably the best objective character we have. But what I like about Hawkmoth is he takes this trope that I haven't seen a lot, and I've made the comparison before to Pegasus from season 1 of Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters, where Pegasus was kind of this behind-the-scenes villain. We didn't see him in person with the main characters a lot, but he basically orchestrated everything bad. And eventually, at the end of the season, when they finally fought him, we got all this sympathetic backstory about him trying to save his dead wife and all this stuff. So when I see Hawkmoth and we see there's this kind of angle of sympathy, especially if some of the rumors are true, and we see Hawkmoth kind of pulling the strings, I want to be sympathetic towards Hawkmoth. I do. I want to know what story is there. I'm genuinely curious about this character. Like, I want to know more. And I think they've done a very, very good job at keeping Hawkmoth this big bad, but at the same time not making him completely useless. Like, they used the Monster of the Week formula without making him as useless as, say, Rita Repulsa from Power Rangers, right? He throws all these monsters at them, but he's still... we see him as this intimidating presence because he is just kind of still hanging over their lives, and he's not a bumbling idiot. He's rather competent, and he's rather calm and in control of the situation. It's just Ladybug and Cat Noir are that good.
Is he, though? He can't get jewelry, like...
But in the context of the show, we don't see him, like, whining after he loses. He's just like, all right, on to the next plan. And I think...
What do you mean he doesn't whine? Like, he literally says something, like, really dramatic, and then, like,
have you seen old Power Rangers? No, those Rangers!
I would say he, like, sulks after he loses.
He sulks. Yeah. He sulks, I'd say.
He broods.
Okay, I'm glad we got the Hawkmoth representation in there.
Hawkmoth almost made my list. Like, honestly, he should have been on my list, but then I'm also like, LOL, Hawkmoth.
Justin is a fan of the villains. I guess that, like, so what would you like to see? So, are you looking for some #Hawkmoth expansion in season 2?
I want Hawkmoth backstory. I want to know what's up with him. I want that episode of... Dad, so. I want him to actually...
Really?
Yes. But I want the... that's obvious, but I want, like, the explanation of how he got the Kwame, how he knows about the Miraculouses. I want, basically... that episode of Korra with the backstory on Amon. I can't remember the name of it, but I want that episode. I want that episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! Where we see Pegasus going to Egypt and finding the Egyptian god cards. I want that. I want that kind of a villain reveal that gives sympathy as we then set up for the next major arc of a villain.
Interesting. Yeah, okay, good stuff. I'm glad the Hawkmoth representation is in there. characters we didn't name. No love for Kim.
Yeah, I thought about Kim. I just like his design.
No love.
I want to defend Kim. He's like the stereotypical looking jock. Like when I first saw him, I was like, "Oh, Flash Thompson, here we go." And then we didn't get that. You know, he's a genuinely good dude, and I'm like,
Kim's interesting.
I appreciate that. You know.
No Max.
I actually considered Max just because I really like Gamer, but then I was like, eh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Again, this list was just
people
hard to
really
make.
like Max though, so
Max is cool. Like Max is pretty cool.
We got Nathaniel in there, right? Who else do we frequently not talk about?
We forgot the principal. We forgot the mayor.
No.
Mayor. Yeah,
the
mayor.
The
mayor. The principal.
The mayor should have been my troll number one.
Yeah, that should have been.
Forgot Sabrina.
No,
Sabrina was on my list.
Sabrina's on Delaney and I's list. Come on.
Come
on.
Dylan and I both had Sabrina.
Happened. Okay.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah.
I see what happened.
So yeah, I don't know. Maybe we forgot other people, but there you go. There's our list.
Come yell at us if we didn't mention your fave.
What is your top 10 list? Let us know in the comments of this YouTube video, or if you're listening on somewhere else, on the comments of overlyanimated.com, and you can click on the article and you can let us know there, or a Tumblr asks. If your list does not have Marinette at number 1, then it is incorrect. So I just wanted to let you know that ahead of time. Just to.
Thanks.
If Marinette and all you aren't your 1 and 2,
I wasn't talking about you.
Watching
Justin.
the same show.
If Marinette's not your number 1, send me your list because I want to have a discussion without Marinette involved. Because it's like, yes, Marinette's great. Let's set her aside. Who else is cool?
Well, that's why you have a discussion for number 2. Like,
that's how that works, Justin.
Yeah, you can say Justin, or you could just say at Justin in the YouTube comment, and then
thank you.
Maybe he won't.
I might read those.
He might read it. So let's know.
Can I plug? You know what?
Well, let us know topics for next week, and Justin's. Someone sent us an ask about this visual.
Can I plug it?
This Ladybug visual novel. So Justin's played it apparently.
Okay, so it's called Miraculous Rain. It's on Tumblr. It's completely free to download. It's amazing. I mean, it's not like the greatest story ever, and some of the options, they're pretty clear.
You can't say it's amazing and then immediately backtrack.
Okay, it is a free fandom-made Ladybug dating sim that has pretty decent graphics. You can your romance options are Adrian, Cat Noir, Nathaniel, Nino, and Alya.
Okay, I was gonna say if it wasn't gay, okay, I can play it. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why
they want to add more options though. They want to do more routes. They want to add more females specifically, and possibly a new playable character. But that's only if they get a lot of people downloading the game. So if you
feel the need to make a Nathaniel route, but maybe
since
having played it and gotten the miraculous ending where you get this
don't spoil it.
The miraculous ending. Well, there's 3 kinds of ending for each character. Normal, where it's like, okay, you're cool. The good, where it's like, oh, we should date. And then the miraculous ending, where it's like uber romantic. I got the Nathaniel miraculous ending, and let me tell you, my heart stopped.
That's clever calling it a miraculous ending. Okay.
It's very cool. It's worth your time. It's free.
Maybe we will discuss that game at some point. Shout out to Makers.
Alya's an option. I'm going to play it.
Maybe we will
You better.
Anyway, let us know other topic suggestions in the comments. I mean, we can do top 5 episodes or something. I don't know. These list ones are good.
Send us suggestions that don't have lists, please.
Well, people are liking the lists, so I don't know about that. Top 10 ways in which Marinette is queen. That's our next podcast.
Yes, that's a good list.
Number 1,
hat making.
That'll be there. Number 2, really good at making
schedule keeping.
Yeah, good. Really good at making obsessive murals of friends. Okay, so overlyanimated.com. Leave us an iTunes review. Support us on patreon.com/overlyanimated. Thank you very much to Mitch Cordell, Beatrice, Nate, Andy, Jamie, Rachel, John, Ryan, Catherine, Taylor, Devon, Jade, John, Phoenician, and Victoria, aka Fever, Mitch, Kerner, Beach Exchange, Nathan, Fillion, Buzz Lightyear, Man, Rachel Rose, Jenna Bravo, Brian Cookcat, Needle, Diamond Day, Jewel, Garfield, TBD. Next week, topic determined on Steven Universe podcast coming up, a Powerpuff Girls podcast coming up this week. And
so excited.
That show's back tonight, by the way, but we're doing 2 groups of 2, so next week. And tonight being last Thursday when we're recording this, which you guys don't understand. But, I mean, it's not that hard.
They're not idiots. They can figure out
a time delay.
It's time travel. Don't worry about it. So there you go. And last comments on any of this, either of you.
Marinette's the best.
This is a good episode.
Yep.
Let's end with another Justin insult, why don't we?
That wasn't an insult.
It was mocking.
Yes, for sure.
Justin, Dylan has literally ripped me like every podcast for 4 years. Like, welcome.
Yeah,
I am sensitive.
You're catching up. Yeah, don't worry about that. Okay, so, yeah, let us know. 9 out of 10 females on my list, by the way. Unsurprising. I was just
no one is shocked.
Yeah, no, Jagged Stone made it.
Male, I'm curious.
Wait, no, Adrian. 8 out of 10. Adrian and Jagged Stone. There you go. They made it. Yeah.
Flog counts as male, correct?
Does he?
No.
Then mine was 5 and 5.
He counts as demon. So there you
Demon go. As the worst.
Okay.
What's your gender? Demon.
Demon. Yeah. Okay. Thanks for listening, guys, and we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.